Welcome to Dr. Jalil Photography. Today I'll be showing you a secret setting of Sony A6700 for focus stacking. Few weeks back I've already uploaded a couple of videos on focus stacking with Sony A6700 on my channel. But today, after having some experience of mine, I'm uploading another video with all detailed settings and all studio setup for focus stacking of a flower. You can see a couple of flowers over here, very tiny flowers, purple color flowers. So I'll be doing focus stacking, and the most importantly, I'll be discussing some pros and cons of focus stacking with Sony 6700. I'll be discussing 5 most important tips at the end of this video after I finish my focus stacking and the settings. If you like to do focus stacking with Sony 6700 or similar cameras like Sony A7R5, you can also do focus stacking with. Before I start telling you about the settings and others, let me tell few words about the beginners about the focus stacking, why we need focus stacking. For example, like this flower, there are a couple of flowers, Sony A6700 or Sony A7R5, don't worry. You can use manual focus rail for doing focus stacking. I've uploaded plenty of videos in my channel on these manual focus stacking techniques using macro rail. Like this one has got rail. In that case, you need to take several manual shots using a rail which can bring the camera back and forth so that you can have plenty of shots on your subject in different focal position and merge them in a Helicon focus or Zerene Stacker like or Lightroom or Photoshop. But with the development of these modern cameras, you don't have to use manual focus rail. You can use Sony A6700 or later, which can automatically focus different positions on your subject, and you can later on stack image in stacking software. Now about the subject. I've used a couple of purple color flowers and a violet color leaf as a subject. The most important thing about this tabletop photography is lighting. This is middle of the day, so I have got ample light around me as an ambient light. But for macro photography, you need plenty of light on the subject. Here I have used one LED light down below so that it can give some light from the bottom on the flower, and there is one spotlight over here which will give a key light on the subject, and you can see there is one white plastic over here which will reflect some of the light on the subject. So this is a reflector for the subject. About the background, I have used a black color velvet over here. You can see a black color velvet as a backdrop so that I can have a very dark black background against this purple color flower. Now about the lens. I'm using Sony a4 70-200 macro zoom lens. This has got a macro button which can take picture from a very close proximity. Magnification is 0.5 times. So that is good enough for this big size subject. And the camera I have already mentioned is Sony A6700. Now about the setting. Now I'm going to show you the setting on the camera for focus stacking. You can see the back display of the camera. First thing I have to do is go to the drive mode. You can see the drive mode over here. So let's go to the drive mode. If you go to the drive mode, you can see a long menu over here about the drive mode. You can start with the single setting. Now is burst setting. There are many settings on this drive mode. But for your focus stacking, you need to set a focus bracket. You can see the focus bracket is over here. There are 2 parameters on this focus bracket. You can see one is 4, which standard. You can change this standard from 1 to 10. Now it's 3, 2, 1 is narrow, very narrow. I usually do this very narrow focus stacking for a very tiny subject like a spider or a butterfly, very small subject. But for this bigger subject, I will use the standard 4. For macro photography, you will have to stay within 1 to 4 for macro or product photography on a tabletop studio. But if you want to do focus stacking of a bigger subject like architectural photography or landscape, you can set this step width from 5 to 10, anything between. You'll have to do some experiment depending on your subject. For macro photography, I will stick with from 1 to 4. No, I'll not go beyond 4. And this is the number of shots you want to take. Earlier, I have done many experiments on different subjects. I usually do from 50 to 200 snapshots for macro photography, but for this flower is slightly larger, so 70 should be my appropriate. I can go up to 100, but I think I don't need up to 100. So you will have to set on only these two parameters for focus bracket. One is the step width and one is number of shots you want to take. That's it. Now I'll do focus of this subject. Let me show you focusing the subject. Now I'm trying to focus the subject touching the screen. Now my framing is done. I have added one extra LED light at the bottom of these flowers to have some illumination on the petal. So let me start. I will have to touch the front petal so that it start taking picture from the front, and now I start clicking. Now you can see it is taking snapshots every 2 seconds. It's 11, 13, it will go on up to 70. By the way, you can also set the timing interval between each shot. So I've set at 2 seconds. It can be 3 seconds or 1 second also, but I better to prefer at every 2 seconds I'll take snapshots. Now it's 37, 38. It is going on. You can see the count over here is now it is 44. Now it is done. It's all 70 is done. I'll take another set of 70 pictures, changing the frame little bit. Let me turn around these flowers. Now what I have done, I have added a purple color leaf at the back of these flowers, and this time I want to take 100 shots because the area is much bigger. So I'll increase the number of pictures to 100. So this is done. Let it go like this. By this time, I will show you the other settings of the camera. I am using shutter speed of 1/250, f-stop is 4, and ISO at 400. You can set all these settings depending on your lighting, depending on your subject, depending on your choice. So you'll have to set all these parameters for focus stacking, for a perfect focus stacking of your subject. 61 going. It will finish in few seconds. 20 more shots to go. Is done. Total 100 shots. Let me shut it off. Now I have finished focus stacking. I have taken several focus stacking of in different angle and different framing of the subject. And now let me start discussing the 5 most important tips about this focus stacking techniques, which I promised earlier in this video. The first point is your camera must be in a very stable tripod or any other camera stand. Like this one is my very heavy and stable camera stand. You must use a very stable camera stand for focus stacking. About the subject, your subject should be also in a very stable position so that there is no shaking, no movement. It has to be very stable. Both camera and your subject must be very stable. On your tabletop studio for product photography or macro photography, at indoor setting, you must avoid any vibration of the table or outside wind. You must be careful so that no wind, no shaking of the subject or camera, which will ruin your focus stacking. Now, the number 4 point. Since I'm using for each frame 70 to 100, sometimes 200 stacks, one after another, you must be very careful about the shutter count. What I do for indoor setting, I use silent shutter. So there is no, I do not use any mechanical shutter. It will ruin my shutter count. The last one, the fifth important tip is about the lighting. You must be very careful about LED lights. There is one LED light over here. This is also LED light. This one is also an LED light. I have used 3 different lighting for this focus stacking. Whenever you use silent shutter, you must be very careful about the LED light because sometimes it gives bands. You must check with several shots so that you don't get any banding in your picture. So these are the all 5 important tips. Let me repeat again. The stable camera and the lens. Number 2, stable subject. Number 3, no wind, no shaking, no jerking of the table or from environment. Number 4, the shutter count, and the number 5 is LED light banding. That's all for today. If you're a subscriber in my channel, thank you for your support. If you're new in my channel, please subscribe. Press the bell icon for my upcoming project. Thank you for watching until the end. Now I'll be showing you some single shot pictures and as well as the focus stack pictures so that you can easily understand the difference between single shot and the stacked images. Please keep watching. Please see the pictures I've taken today. Thank you for watching until the end. Bye bye.